Hey folks, this is your host of DEVM. Stay tuned for this video because it's very important and somewhat educational, believe it or not. Stay tuned, here it comes. Hey folks, this is Daniel, Elevator Videographer More, and if you saw at on the heading there, on the first little heading there, it's the first time we've actually ever used that. You're going to start seeing that more and more in my YouTube videos as we go, because I'm still experimenting with some new equipment that I had just installed to make these videos look just a little bit more professional. And so I thought it'd be exciting to show that for the first time. But this video, if you read on the thing, I'm talking about today Asperger's syndrome. And I suffer with it, and there's a lot of things that I deal with on a day-by-day basis. Most people, they function just normally in the normal society. They just function normally. They're basically on top of their game. But in my day-to-day life, I have to analyze sometimes what people say whenever they make a statement, because if the statement fits somewhere and it fits to an extent, then I try to analyze it the best I can, so I can make my best judgment on how to respond to either your comments that you all post below, or what people say in general, because sometimes if I speak too soon, the wrong thing comes out. I know, I'm guilty of it, and I admit it here today. As far as that goes, let's talk a little bit about how elevator videography actually helps me keep my Asperger's syndrome under control. And yes, you do see it a little bit in my elevator videos, but you don't see it too much to a point to where, everybody starts going crazy. So, but as you watch some of my videos, you'll understand them, and I just want people to understand me a little bit better, because I just want people to understand me better. That's all there is to it. And as you can see, that's one of the side effects of having Asperger's syndrome. That's one of the things that goes on with me, is I lose track of my thoughts, and I try to regain them back as quickly as I can to make these videos as flawless as possible. Another thing is I cannot deal with high stress environments, and so that's why elevator videography, parking garage videography, road trips, anything like that, that's what keeps me calm for an entire day. That's why you also hear me talk a lot about Star 88.3. That's another side effect that we also deal with actually I just brought up two, and you just saw them right here. Obsession and jumping from one block to another, or one talking point to another. So I'm going to cover the obsession first, and yet there are some people who have done better vlogs about this, and I encourage you to check those out as well. Because you know what, I'm not the only one out there, and I want you to check out what other people say, because I feel better if you not only listen to me, but listen to other people too, and you'll get an idea of how we feel. Obsession, let's admit it, I'm guilty. I just love Star 88.3. I go on for hours talking about all the great stuff they have, but I have to sometimes tell myself, when is the point to put the brakes on? Or to help you all understand, when is a good time to change the subject and shut up about it? and so that's just something I do, and I try to make the best of a situation, because it used to be that I had problems, when it came to certain things. I had a tough time dealing with certain things. Well, I took social skills classes. I learned to accept some of my challenges, and I've learned just to live with them. And so I thought it'd be just, a good time to kind of share a little bit about, you know, my struggle with it. And so, as you can see, you know, I look forward to it every day. I look forward to the challenge every day because I know I can learn something new. So that's what I want to talk about. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, jumping from one subject to another. I can stay on a subject for as long as 3 hours, and for as little as, get this, maybe 5 seconds, if not more. And sometimes I might not even want to go to a different subject. I want to stay on the same subject that somebody else brings up. And I want to, you know, put my input into that. And sometimes I'm looking for the, you know, I'm looking for the opening to where to put that little point in. And sometimes that opening just doesn't come. And I'm working on to where I have to sometimes accept the fact that, you know what, that opening came. And you could share the story with somebody else later. And you could share the story that you heard if you have Asperger's syndrome. You can share it with somebody else, and you can share what your thoughts are too. And so another thing is, we're guilty of being talkative too. And I'm one of those who tries to control that. And I found sometimes it's just easier just to sit back and relax. Just let the cards be dealt. Don't, you know, ask for certain cards, because that's kind of just, you know, that's not a good idea. It's the bottom line. I always try to find better ways to improve myself, to improve my Asperger's syndrome, to where I can be as functional in the community as anybody else. Now, I know some people out there are going to make the comments, and I ask for those people who want to make this comment, comment, you know, that I cannot do fill in the blank, or I can't be fill in the blank, you know. I ask that you please do not leave comments like that, because that is hurtful to me. And I do want to talk about a comment I got, somewhat of a hurtful comment, but I guess it's understandable. But on the same ticket, I have compassion for people. And I'm going to do another vlog about that video sometime soon, but I'm not going to do that today. That might be in another set of videos. It might be in this set. Who knows? But the comments I really don't want you putting, like I said, are stuff like, "Oh, he can't do this. He's not going to be able to get a job. He won't be able to find a job. Oh, he cannot do fill in the blank." Well, I just ask if you please do not leave your comments. If that's the opinion you have, keep it to yourselves. You know, because I don't need the hurt. It really hurts me when people leave comments like that. And so, that's just how I am. So if you have questions about Asperger's syndrome, or if you have questions for me about mine, feel free to ask. Just some of the stuff that I ask that you do is, I ask that you give me, just have patience with me, because I might not get to your question and answer it right away. I'll try to do the best I can to answer everybody's questions, but I promise you I will get to your question as soon as I can, but I cannot promise you it's not going to be exactly right on the dot. And so, this is Daniel Elevator, videographer more, host of DEVM, and I will see you next time. Thank you for your time, your patience, and your cooperation, and see you down the road. Take care. Bye.